Hello, everyone, and welcome to Wednesdays with Wanda. My name is Wanda Nordley, and I'm happy you are here for another edition of Provoking Courage, Finding Strength in Vulnerability. Today, we're going to talk about the importance of forgiveness. In order to forgive, we need to stop identifying ourselves with the suffering that was caused to us. When someone has hurt us, consciously or unconsciously, one of the most difficult things we must face in resolving the situation is the act of forgiveness. Sometimes it feels like it's easier not to forgive, and that the answer is simply cut the person in question out of our lives. In some cases, ending the relationship may be the right thing to do. But even in that case, we will only be free if we have truly forgiven. If we harbor bitterness in our hearts against anyone, we only hurt ourselves because we are the ones harboring the bitterness. Choosing to forgive is choosing to alleviate ourselves of that burden. Choosing to be free of the past and choosing not to perceive ourselves as victims. One of the reasons that forgiveness can be so challenging is that we feel we are condoning the actions of the person who caused our suffering. But this is a misunderstanding of what is required. To forgive, we simply need to get to a place where we are ready to stop identifying ourselves with the suffering that was caused us. Forgiveness is something we do for ourselves, and our forgiveness of others is an extension of our readiness to let go of our own pain. Getting to this point begins with fully accepting what has happened. Through this acceptance, we allow ourselves to feel and process our emotions. It can be helpful to articulate our feelings in writing over a period of days or even weeks. As we allow ourselves to say what we need to say and ask for what we need to heal, we will find that this changes each day. It may be confusing, but it is a sign of progress. At times, we may feel as if we are trudging uphill through dense mud and thick trees, getting nowhere. If we keep going, however, we will reach a summit and see clearly that we are finally free of the past. From here, we recognize that suffering comes from suffering, and compassion for those who have hurt us naturally arises, enhancing our new perspective. If you have suffered any kind of physical, emotional, or even sexual abuse, you may find yourself asking, how can I forgive the person or people that has caused me so much pain or who have taken so much away from me? As a survivor myself of all of the above, I can tell you today, I was not free of the past until I learned about how important forgiveness was for healing. I'd like to thank you again for listening, and I hope you will join me next week for another edition of Wednesdays with Wanda, where we will talk about inner clarity. And remember, do one thing every day others say you can't.